first, I'm John Bachman. It's been less than a week since Attorney General Eric Holder announced he's ready to step down, and the talk in Washington seems to be narrowing on who the possible replacements might be. According to Politico, people in the White House and Justice Department are talking a lot about Labor Secretary Tom Perez, the government's lawyer in the Supreme Court. Also, his name is Solicitor General Donald Verrilli and former White House counsel Kathleen Rumler. Right now, the president is in Chicago getting ready to talk about the economy. Air Force One, though, had to be put down in Indiana last night to avoid lingering air traffic control problems in Chicago after that arson fire at an FAA facility last week. In an address at Northwestern University this afternoon, the president will talk about the economy, which, according to a new AP poll, is an important concern for 9 out of every 10 voters in this upcoming election. Now, back in Washington, D.C. later tonight, the president will address the Congressional Hispanic Caucus and their awards gala. He might face some heat there, too. Last year, the Obama administration set a new record for deportations, according to figures from the Department of Homeland Security, which have been questioned in the past. Nearly 440,000 people were deported last year. Nearly half of those deportations were people who were caught at the border and then sent quickly back home. The number of people in Texas who may have been exposed to Ebola is on the way up. Texas health officials are keeping an eye on about 80 people who may have had some sort of contact with Ebola patient Thomas Eric Duncan, and the governor of Texas says that number includes children.
But let me assure these children have been identified and they are being monitored, and the disease cannot be transmitted before having any symptoms.
Duncan remains in serious condition at a Texas hospital, the one you see right there. Nearly 4,000 miles away, meantime, there are new Ebola concerns in Hawaii. A patient at Queens Medical Center in Honolulu is being held there in isolation and tested for the virus. The White House says it still has confidence in the CDC's ability to keep the virus from spreading. Now, this is the way you want to end your fire career. 2 battalion chiefs in Atlantic City retired in the middle of fighting a fire last night. Robert McCready spent 41 years as a firefighter, and Kevin Bennett had 31 years with the department. Since they had already put in their retirement papers, they had to leave that fire that they were currently fighting at the stroke of midnight last night. And Adam Sandler's ready to skip movie theaters now and come right into your home.
All right, let's go. Oh! You like that, old man?
Well, Sandler has punched his ticket with Netflix, signing a 4-year film deal for the streaming service. You see what we did right there? The price apparently right. Netflix will put up the cash for the movies from Sandler's Happy Madison Productions. The premiere will be in 50 countries where Netflix is already currently live. I'm John Bachman. We'll have another Newsmax Now update coming up for you in about 30 minutes. We'll now send it back to Ed Berliner in Midpoint.